Valerie?
All set, yeah.
Do you think Valerie will ever leave you?
Valerie doesn't have to leave. She'll be there forever. Here we are 21 years later. I think she'll always be here. Can you believe that we're here?
Yes and no.
We met at the Polo Lounge.
Yeah.
And it was right after Sex and the City had stopped and right after Friends had stopped. It was like the next day.
The agent said, hey, you're done. Let's put you back to work. You should meet Michael Patrick King.
And then you sort of just had this look in your eye. I would be interested in this one character.
Now. This is my comeback. All right, I'm gonna let me take that again.
And then we started laughing at the idea of Valerie, and then we started thinking about, well, what's television about?
Yeah.
And then it became about this crucial moment where reality TV was sort of invading the territory. And that was just the beginning of the comeback, was the idea of an industry under siege, and that there was this woman who was desperate
To get back in the spotlight.
to get back in the spotlight.
We can make it! Come on! Oh!
The story goes that it was ahead of the curve. And that was actually pre the word cringe. No one even knew what it was. They just were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we thought it was hilarious when we were making it. That's the surprise.
Right.
We came up with the poster that she's standing in a meat grinder and her dress is being shredded.
But she couldn't be happier.
Yeah, she's grinding herself up
Yeah.
to make television.
This is the reality of TV, okay? Reality TV is the reality of TV.
And then it went off the air. We were surprised. We had a second season in mind. And was it 10 years later? We got a call from HBO. Come back and do another season.
Yeah. Come back to a limited series.
Well, here we are at HBO. New member of the family.
If the first one was about room and board, was 4 young kids in a beach house, that's where television was then.
Right.
And by the time we came back, we felt television was more a heroin addict trying to get over his addiction with a hate for a certain woman in his life.
See that? Look at the needle. Because he's a heroin addict. Cute.
There's always a new threat to television, right?
Always.
Network was out.
Right.
And prestige series, dramedies were in. It was the beginning of streaming. It was that premium cable. And then this year, it's a whole other threat to television. One of us said, can you imagine Valerie during the actor strike? And that was something. As soon as we said the word AI, you immediately did a monologue as Valerie about running a hotel. And the last thing you said in the monologue was, you go fix it yourself. I don't know how to fix it. How's that? And as soon as you said, how's that? I was like, I know exactly what we're doing. We had opened the box, the puzzle.
It felt so very much in line with the comeback that she's offered to be the star of a sitcom, which is a dream, but it's written by AI.
Jane, 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 no.
It was so important when we did the comeback that the only theatrical being on the show be Valerie.
Yeah.
So that everybody else seemed real.
Yeah.
We needed actors that didn't seem actory. Damian Young, who is so amazing to play Mark.
Yeah.
He's sexy and fun and dry.
We have a camera in the bedroom, but this is where you draw the line?
This is golf.
At first, we thought she'd have kind of a asshole husband. And you very wisely said what?
No. We want to see her with someone.
Who thinks she's hot
Yeah.
and sexy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Laura Silverman is Jane.
You don't have to worry about what we're shooting, because we're shooting everything.
She has a very flat,
Yes.
non-theatrical voice.
Right. It's exactly what I pictured anyway for what that reality show producer would be.
Vicky, could you clear, or are you almost?
Finito. I'm off like a prom dress.
And then there's Mickey, played by Robert Michael Morris. And I said to you, this guy's got to feel like he wandered in on a reality show.
Yeah.
And that's what Michael did. He was perfect.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
And then this year, the trick was, what do you do without Michael? Because our dear friend Michael died.
And Michael was really important because that's who the camera would swing over to when Valerie said the wrong word or said something that clearly didn't make sense. you'd have him sort of worrying his brow.
He also was unconditional love
Yeah.
and support. So that was a big piece that we tried to figure out what to do this year. When we were filming a scene that had to do with Mickey and we needed really good weather, I said a prayer. I said, Michael, if you're there, we need all this crazy wind to stop and we need a really spectacular sky. And it happened. And in the corner of the camera, there was a rainbow.
That's one of those, not really a miracle, miracles.
So we feel he's still in the show.
Yeah.
Congratulations from your favorite gay. Aw, Mickey. Guy, favorite guy, yeah.
The gay community has a huge appreciation for the comeback, and I have my own theories about why that is. There's a lot to identify with. You have to pretend like whatever insult's coming at you isn't. You pick
going.
yourself up and you keep going and you plant a smile on your face and you be funny and you be charming, and to me, I think that's what it is. It's understood.
And then I guess the camp of it is Aunt Sassy.
The tracksuit,
The
right?
tracksuit, nothing comes close. It's the thing that if you were gonna go for Halloween, you'd put on.
No, it's ridiculous.
I have the tracksuit.
You do.
I do. I
You
have
have
it.
it with
I have
a
it in my
wig
office,
on
yeah,
a
with the
mannequin.
wig.
Note to self, I don't need to see that.
I don't need to see that came purely out of you. It's completely just a statement of a fact. So I'm very proud that the catchphrase for Room and Board and the comeback became a catchphrase for people that like her in the world.
Yeah.
I think I have a catchphrase.
Oh, that's good.
Good, it's everything.
Do you think Valerie will ever leave you?
I think I have been blessed to add to her, so she's part of me, and I couldn't have loved her more. What do you think? I mean,
Once in a while, something will come up and all of a sudden, Valerie will just sort of show up and just say, oh, that's the name of the show we did. Isn't that cute?
but how did it feel filming the finale? Well, we filmed the last scene last.
But we were crying while we were writing it. I cried during the rehearsal.
And there's something about the demands of finishing something, especially this last season, because it's the final season.
Right.
That is a series wrap on Miss Lisa Kudrow.
I don't usually say anything, but I've never in my life worked with such talented people. I mean, thank you so much. I'm not calling what we've done a work of art, but art is also, you have your own response to it, and it means something to you.
Most television, they tell you this is a joke or this is a sad moment. And your performance was so true to a being who was feeling something and then surviving it. People were left to decide what they felt.
Over these 20 years, we've come to appreciate that quality of being able to create your own reality, and you just keep going, and that is what it takes.